Good morning, great people. Thanks for tapping back into another Monday Matters segment. Today is November the 8th, 2021. And today's reminder is to stop comparing yourself to others. When you compare yourself to others, all you do is rob yourself of your own joy. You stall your own progress. You start to have less confidence, low self-esteem. You may experience some depression. You may have some resentment. You start to focus on all that you can't do instead of what you can do. You start to become dissatisfied with your own life and your own efforts. You start to feel inferior to others when someone will always be better at something compared to you. Just like you may be great in one area and someone is not. Someone might be great in something and you're not. That's not for you to sit there and feel inferior to this person because they have one up on you in an area that you have not mastered yet. And then some people start to devalue yourself. When you start to devalue yourself, you've hit an all-time low, like with comparison. You don't love yourself at all, like at all. Because if you allow someone else to take away your own power and to, make you feel low about your own uniqueness, what does that say about you? Where does that come from? And people, we want to take time to find out where these behaviors and these attitudes and these things are coming from within the history and the journey of our lives. I feel like when it comes to social media, it plays a really, really big part in what we do, how we do it. It's like a gift and a curse, right? I feel like a lot of people look at things on social media and they're easily influenced by watching this other person's lifestyle and watching how this other person lives. But in all actuality, you don't even know if this person is real on the other side of this Instagram or Facebook profile. You don't know what it took for that person to get there. You don't know what they're currently doing to put them in a better position. But what happened to us just loving our lives? Why are we so easily influenced? Why are we so, I don't even want to call it inspired, because it's one thing to be inspired, but it's one thing to be influenced to be somebody that you're not. Like that to me just leaves you with no type of identity. And when you're constantly trying to emulate someone else's life, you do not know who you are at your core. Like, what fun is that? So you're trying to mimic and be somebody that does not even align with your uniqueness. Like, what happened to us loving ourselves? Let's get back to the space where we're not comparing ourselves to other people. We may be inspired or motivated by something that we see when it comes to other people, but to be completely influenced to the point where you want to mimic someone's exact lifestyle and you do not have your own identity, like that's a crisis in itself. So how do we get back to not comparing ourselves? Well, as always, guys, you want to make sure that you are aware of your behaviors. You want to make sure that you are aware of your triggers. Identify and determine those triggers, find out what drives those triggers, and then avoid them, okay? You want to focus on your own strengths. We all have weaknesses. We all have strengths. Find out what your strengths are and, tap into those and like go hard in those and try to enhance those more than ever. Celebrate other people. There's no problem with you winning and someone else winning and you being happy for that person winning. Like, you don't know what it took for that person to get to where they are. I'm trying to tell y'all, and I will reveal, in the last few segments, the ups and downs of staying committed and being determined and working hard for what it is that you want. There's a lot of struggles, a beautiful struggle in the journey, but you don't know what people's struggles are in their journeys. Okay. So celebrating other people because they've worked hard to really get to where they are. Compete with yourself. Don't compete with other people. Remember, we're in competition with who we were yesterday. We're trying to fight for a better tomorrow by living today. Okay. Be kind to yourself. Like, I know it's easy sometimes for us to be hard on ourselves, but give yourself some grace. Be kind to yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Take some time to just love up on yourself. We living in a real cruel world, guys, and in order for us to stay in alignment with who we are and what is for us, we have to constantly do more positive than the negative that's going on in the world. So don't be negative to yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. Continue to be gentle and take it a day at a time, because that's really all that we have. I read something that said something along the lines of, Other people's outside cannot be compared to your inside. So what you see other people living does not amount to how you feel about yourself, because you can still try to replicate everything you see that this other person is doing and you're still not happy with yourself. What type of life is that to live when you're just not happy with yourself? You know, you have to constantly dig yourself out of a hole. You have to constantly dig yourself out of these struggles, you know, but don't compare what you see on someone's outside to what you feel on your inside, because just because someone looks good does not mean that they feel good. Always remember that, and stay in your lane. Your lane is created for you. Your uniqueness is for you. You are designed beautifully just for you. So stay there. Remember, a bird cannot, nope, I don't want to say that. A fish cannot fly and a fish cannot run. Like, there's no comparison. A bird is going to fly. That's what they're meant to do. A fish is going to swim. That's what it's meant to do. Find out what you're meant to do, live in it, and stay in gratitude with it. That's my time today. Y'all have a blessed Monday. Peace.